Hello, everybody. Spirit of 420 here. Season premiere is not much of a premiere at all. It's the premiere of This Is What Depression Looks Like, just so you know. I'm not going to spout out anger and negativity. As you know, that's not my thing. But I have been happier than I have been lately. Let's put it that way. I am not the campiers of happiest. You know what I mean? And it's okay. I could barely do today's show. Part of that was that my depression has gotten so bad that I didn't get the artwork done in time. And what I mean by that is there's things I got to do to get it done because I don't do the caricatures, that part of it. And I didn't get that in time, so they're late, which is purely on me. Once that happens, though, I will still be creating new countdown, intro, outro, the things that I generally do, if you will. I see a comment. Give me one moment. What's up, Zen? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for showing up. And how do I say it? It's why I simply put everything happens for a reason. I know whatever I'm going through and what's happening is part of my journey. Doesn't mean that it's the part that it's not the part of my journey that I'm like, oh, goody, let's be fucking depressed. Let's do that, right? I love all of you people, and that's true. And I love myself. Depression is not. I don't think I've ever gone through one like this. This is a new. It's a grief depression, and I don't know how to deal with that. The reality is, would I be depressed like this if Sky had not died 8 months ago? 7 months ago, 8 months ago. Jesus, it's getting so close to a year. And Father's Day fucking sucked. I'm not going to deny it. It just simply sucked. Sky was usually, and when I say these things, all of my kids are different, but I love them all equally, and they all do things first in other areas. So just know that. But in Father's Day, birthday, he was not as good, funny enough. But Father's Day, that kid would fucking be the first one to tell me Father's Day, probably 9 times out of 10. So I'm sure you can fathom that it wasn't the easiest to have Father's Day and not hear from him. I've been trying to move forward in other ways, and there's a lot of things that I'm doing, and some of it's surprise and some of it isn't. But one of those things is getting the front of my room done so I can start doing some other videos. That the videos themselves and what they will be is a surprise, but just know going to be doing some cool things. Oh, by the way, my wife was really cool for Father's Day. Look at that. That's the Razor. That's basically all you have to know is that's the Mandalorian's original ship. So that'll be fun to put together. But either way, I'm working on things, and that's part of the reason why I went ahead and came live tonight. Came on to do a live broadcast. Hold on a minute. Hey, Princess Buttercup. Thank you. Hold on a minute. Life be a bitch of an adventure without a guy, but getting to the truth. And here's the thing, Zens, and I know if you know me at all, you know that I truly mean this. Without these times, you can't have the good. And I know that. Again, it doesn't make it easier. Maybe a little bit. Maybe it makes it a little bit easier knowing that when you're in it. But, it is what it is. What's up, Tara? How you doing? Oh, and here just saying hello to Tara. So, moving forward. So I probably lost my train of thought. Oh, it's not been easy, and the way that I usually do it, most people know if I talk about things that are bad, right, then I talk about the equal. And if I can see it, that's great. Sometimes I can't see it. Yeah, that the Mando, isn't it? Fuck, I saw that. I did see you up here when you said that's nice. It's fucking sweet as shit, is what it is. That's another. I've got now 3 of them. I have the Razor Crest. That's the name of it, Razor Crest. And by the way, they're called Ultimate Collector Series. I have 3 of them. I've got the Razor Crest. I've got Han's original, the Falcon, right? And then I have Luke's original land speeder as well. All those are UFC, and dude, they're so badass. I can't wait. And those are straight up display after you put them up. You know what I mean? Grab a towel and a guidebook, right? You gotta have that Hitchhiker's Guidebook. Make sure you have your towel in your Hitchhiker's Guide, and you're good to go. I love the reference. Thank you, Buttercup. So back to what I was saying. Since the season break, so some of it. Hey, what's up, New Zealand? I'll be good to see you, man. Hold on a minute. What's this? When they rebuilt it on the show, I am like, they can't get that thing airtight. Yeah, I know, right? And of course, it didn't actually last. If you remember, they fucking destroyed it like right after they rebuilt it. So it really doesn't matter. What's up, New Zealand? Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping in. There you go. If it's an Uber, I think it might be a Lyft. Just me, Zen. None the more. So if you remember, I went on break, and right as I went on break, my wife had just got neck surgery, so she's actually got a scar that goes like right here, and it's not that bad of a scar, but it's still a scar. I mean, it looks like, I told her, I was like, it looks like you decided to be the main star of a remake of the Red Wedding on Game of Thrones. That's what it looks like. Nonetheless, it really doesn't look that bad, and it's going to only get better. The scar is fresh. I mean, it's a fresh suture, not even a month old, but she's out of the thick. Oh God, that thing sucked ass for her. I hated it for her too, honestly. She had to wear it for essentially 25 days, one of those things, because it basically allowed her to just, rest her head on that, which was better for her neck. And I get it, but she couldn't wait to get out of it. And I couldn't wait to see her out of it because it was starting to, her neck looks really funny. I don't mean that in a rude way, but it just looks really thin because and the doctor said she would lose a little weight around the neck. Because it's very similar to really having a cast on, right? The only difference is it wasn't quite as long, because those are usually like 6 to 8 weeks. And she did get to, twice a day I would take it off, because it would just give her the ability to breathe and that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Thanks for all the fish. Absolutely. That is I watch that one probably, I would say quarterly, at least once every 3 months. I got to pop in Hitchhike. We just, the wife and I just watched it again the other day, as a matter of fact. So long, and thanks for all the fish. One of my personal parts is the ideas, when they have ideas and they just keep getting smacked in the face. So what do you think? That's classic shit. But anyway, that, one of the reasons too I love that one is that's a book that I read, same as Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I read those back when I was a fucking high schooler. Those were popular books amongst my friends and I. Hitchhiker's Guide and Fear and Loathing, and they ended up making movies out of both of them. So it's pretty cool. I had to get this joint burning. So on top of my wife having the neck surgery, which was the drastic part was technically over. I'm worried about my mom. She's having these, as she has now reminded me, many strokes. Not that she's had many of them, Maney. Oh, absolutely, Tara. Hold on. I just have to make mention of this. No, it does not do it justice. Neither one of them, neither Fear and Loathing nor Hitchhiker's Guide, did they do it, but they did. I feel like, considering they put them into just one movie, because honestly, those books, you could have made a series out of them if you want to do them correctly. Anybody who's read them knows that. But even if it's only like a 3 fucking episode series, it's still, you still could have done a series. But on top of that, and I see it, man, I love you too, brother. Thank you for the Happy Father's Day. If you, any fathers in the house, Happy Father's Day to y'all as well. So, what was this one here? FLI was the best. Oh, Fear and okay. You were there. Okay. It took me a minute. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Yes. And I will still say this again, just coming back full circle. I thought the movies were pretty much as good as they could be for a sit down one time deal. And that, they pretty much picked what I feel like I would pick if I was the one going, okay, we're going to have this scene. We're not going to have this scene. We're going to have this scene. We're not going to have this scene. Right. So it is what it is. Right, dude? I mean, it was a series. Do you know that? That's how they first did it, dude. The original attempt. Go and look it up, man. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You can still find it some places, but they did 6 episodes. And it's easily, dude, both of those books. And Fear and Loathing is not a big book, but it's full of fucking detail. It's full of scenes of detail. It could have easily been done in 2 parts, maybe even 3. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal thing. What's up, Vital? How you doing, man? Good to see you in the house, brother. Oh, here we got another one. Yes, that was an absolute mind fuck. I don't know where the hell. The answer is always 42, by the way. I saw you down there, NZ. I don't know where the hell all of a sudden that hey, what's up, Bob? Zen's is pulling out the fucking did I miss somewhere? Somebody bring up Clockwork Orange, because that one just came out of left field, but I love it, man. Oh, dude, don't worry about it. You don't have to be here every time I go on, please. That's not even a thing, man. If you show up, great. If not, watch the fucking rerun. In fact, I urge people to watch the rerun. It's easier because if you miss something that I said, you can just rewind it. You just don't have the fun necessarily of chatting with me at the time. It is always the answer. Both from NZ and Zen's just putting that out there. Yep. Programming is strong with this one. No, but back to, just to finish my thought from Tara. They actually made a series of it in the UK because it's a UK. I'm sure you know that Hitchhikers was a UK book release. But go and look it up. I actually started watching it. It's somewhere. Somebody has it where you can watch it. I think it might have been Hulu, dude, had it, because I started watching it. And it wasn't horrible. What was actually cool about it is it wasn't, the special effects did not stand up to what we are used to from a film. But from a UK series, the special effects were absolutely as good as they could be. And it obviously paid a much closer attention to detail. I mean, I'm telling you, go watch it. You'll be like, oh, okay. All right. So 420 is also the answer. Isn't that funny that it is 42 just times 10? 42 is always the answer, man. And we have 10 fingers, right? 10 toes. All right, so back here, I've missed it. So programming back 420 is the answer. Hi, all, by the way, good to see you all. Of course, that's to everybody else. Of course it is. I love it. Out of nowhere, Kubrick's murdered. Zeros and not in programming. All right, so anyway, I could talk to you motherfuckers all night, and somebody said something again. I would love remakes of all the classics. Oh yeah, I agree. Especially ones that deserve, like there was one I was watching the other day. I was like, that absolutely needs to be remade. In my opinion, there's many of them that we did as good as we could, right? Like, period. It wasn't that it was bad. It's just as good as it could be was bad. I love it when I watch things with my kids, man. And I know y'all, anybody who has kids or friends with kids, you'll get this. But I'll be like, y'all gotta check this out. It's one of my favorite movies. And they'll watch 5 minutes and they're like, this is trash, Dad. This is garbage. Special effects are horrible. Story shit. I'm like, wow. I mean, I know that, but it's very insightful for my son at 9 or 11 to be like, this is shit. I know it was shit, but I still like it because it was good. I thought you might like it because you're young, you know. When I liked it, I was one, for instance, was Back to the Future. They don't like Back to the Future. And if you go back and watch Back to the Future, even one, there's so many places that you can shred that fucking movie. It is like shred-tastic, as so many movies from the 80s were. But we didn't care. It was like there was this part of us that was like, fuck it. If it's a movie, they can do whatever the fuck they want. And we kind of let them get away with that. I mean, hence Mannequin. Have y'all seen that movie? That's stupid. Anyway, moving forward. So one thing I'll go ahead and let you folks know. I will not be back on Friday like I would normally be. Unless by some miracle I get the artwork and have the time to make the intro, outro. Which I'm just going to tell you is a long shot in hell, right? And if I'm not mistaken, let's just make sure, because God forbid I get it wrong yet. So the Sunday is the 25th. I should be back Tuesday with a new intro, new outro, hopefully a new countdown. One of the folks. So here's update part of the night. Hold on a minute. Yes. Exactly. That's, you go back and watch them now and you're like, okay, not as great as I remember, you know? I mean, it's just not, it's still fun, dude. It's nostalgic as fuck. I will not take that away. Please don't hate on me if you love Back to the Future, because my wife loves the trilogy and I do too. I love it because I was a kid when the shit came out, you know, and it was great watching it. Michael J. Fox was not only a heartthrob, but he was, every dude wanted to be him on that fucking skateboard. It's just the simple fucking facts of it. But, you know, what they could do, honestly, if they remade that, to me, I think somebody should remake that and take away the Spielberg part of it, right? And what I mean by that is, anybody who knows, it was Spielberg money. I know Robert Zemeckis, blah, 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 fuck off. The thing felt like Spielberg because the guy basically listened to Spielberg. Okay. Oh, do what you say, sir, for money. Okay, good. Any Hoobichoos. Okay. The Great American Hero. That's a classic, dude. And you're in New Zealand. You remember that? Yes. The A-Team movie I thought was actually, even though it was out, just by the way, just a quick note. I'll come back to the A-Team movie because I want to finish this. Back to the Future, if I redid it, I would take all that goofy shit out. Doc would be more of a serious fucking dude with all the, I mean, they fucking hired Jim. See, a lot of y'all don't know it, but Jim was the famous character on Taxi, and that's basically what they wanted. Like, it just be Jim, essentially, but with Doc's lines, you know, in my opinion. Of course, it's just an opinion, folks. Which means two things. One, it stinks to you, and I love the smell of it. But A-Team, that's so funny that you said A-Team, Z, because we just watched A-Team like 2 days ago, the movie. And see, I thought that was a fantastic revamp. I honestly don't understand why they haven't done more of it. And I don't feel like it gets due. Like, if you're talking about, far-fetched, there's things that are way more far-fetched than these dudes in the A-Team, and they were fun. They had great chemistry. I loved everybody's revamp of all the characters. I was funny because I was just thinking about Great American Hero. So you also brought up the Great American Hero. That was way ahead of its time, right? And nobody gives it credit because how awesome is that? Like Superman, but you're an idiot with no fucking book, right? Because the suit has everything. It's not the person, it's the suit. For those of you who don't know, it was an alien suit. He got it. He lost the instructions like a fucking idiot. So therefore, he had a great suit, but with no instructions. Period. It's just that simple. What's this? I missed something here. What's this? Oh yeah, yeah. I can't wait, dude. Believe me, it's gonna be fine. Whatever you send. Dark Crystal, love Dark Crystal. Introduced my wife to Dark Crystal. Um, I don't know if anybody's watched the Netflix. I tried, and it just, I don't know, man. I know it's good too because I actually was like, okay, this isn't bad, but I just can't bring myself to sit down and watch it. Has anybody else found that out to be the case? I guess because even though I know his son is doing it, I'm talking about Henson isn't doing it. I mean, it's Olga, but it's not Olga. It's Skeksis and Gelkling or oh my god, Gelflings, but it's not. It's weird to see. Like I grew up watching that movie so many times to all of a sudden see a world where there's tons of them, right? It's weird. So I probably will give it another try because I know that it did really well and it was received really well for the most part. I just wasn't necessarily um, I wasn't necessarily ready for it. But did you watch it? Oh, is he oh wait a minute, I gotta see this. Kevin Smith killing He-Man. I'm not sure what that means. Please elaborate. Did he kill He-Man? Did I miss it? Because that probably will piss me off. I'm Dude, I used to be the biggest Kevin Smith advocate. My wife watched this happen. When she met me, I was like, have you seen Clerks? Have you seen Clerks 2? Have you seen Mallrats? I had her watch all of them, Chasing Amy. Like, I mean, literally all of them, right? And the first thing that happened was he came out with that movie, Red State. That was weird. But once he signed on with Amazon and IMDb, well, technically IMDb and then Amazon, once he became a poster boy, he just became like cheese. And the fact that, okay, I get it. So here it is. For those of you who didn't, Kevin Smith made a new He-Man. He killed He-Man off in it, probably right away. And it's a TV series. Got it. Need to get dinner. Oh, man, go ahead. Once I saw your stream. Hey, man, I appreciate it. And hey, like I say, you can always watch the rerun, brother. I love you from another brother or another mother. And I mean, dude, we text all the time. So don't feel you gotta trust me. I can't be there all the time, and neither can you, but I know that you're there all the time. And that's all that matters. It's all that matters, Bob. I love you, brother. Have a good night. But back to what I was saying. All right. So I'm going to get out of nostalgia land, which is fun to be in. But no matter what you say over here for a minute, which is the comments are over here, I was going to tell you a few things. So if you remember, I put out the opportunity for someone to use me to make free music videos. Well, I got approached by a woman who is running for Congress. I'm going to keep her name under wraps right now, and I'll announce that soon enough because the announcement's coming. But I am her official videographer. Plus, there's a very good chance that we are going to create a documentary out of the experience. And it's really funny because I've always stayed away from politics, but she's neither Democrat nor Republican. She's independent. And I have to say, I really love her views. I've sat and I've sat and talked to her. I've sat and hung out with her. And like the first time I met her, she gave me this little gift bag of incense and this really nice origami, some stickers, and these. It's a particular type of play money, but it basically has a spiritual thing behind it because you kind of make a wish on it and then burn it, right? I mean, that's the first time I met her, man. That was so cool. Now I know she's clamoring for votes. I get that, but the only way to change, as I've started to find out myself in this world is really from up high. You can't infect change from low levels. You can't. And I have, even though I said I was staying away from politics, I didn't say it would be forever. I said it would be until I got my name to a certain place, and then I would share my political views. But I know if I shared all the things that I believe right now, I'd have a lot of people hate me, a lot of people love me, because it doesn't matter what side you choose. People either hate you or love you, regardless of the side, right? That's why I have a saying. Every hero is someone else's villain. And it's a fact. I don't care who you call, whatever hero you have to someone else, that guy's a villain. That gal's a villain. That alien's a villain. Just the simple facts of it. So anyway, there's that. I have 2 verified, what's the word? Oh, musical acts. 3 technically, I guess. So I think I now have filled at least 3 of the possible 7 spots, 5 to 7. I'm probably going to go with 7 just because 7's my lucky number. And, I don't mind doing this. I enjoy it, and it gives me, the opportunity to create, and that's really cool. So, yeah. One thing I am going to probably be doing as well is I'm going to start going on a little bit later, certain nights of the week, and not sure what the schedule is going to be, but I'm going to be looking at that very seriously. I'm also going to be doing more streaming of games. I got this cool little thing here called an Elgato, and one of my many adopted sons, but one of the closest. He's technically my number 5. He was Skylar's best friend. He showed me how to do all that, so I think is going to make it a lot easier. If I do that, then I don't have to do the remote play onto the computer, which I think will give me a better game. What's the word? Experience, right? Plus, I'll be able to have a camera, and I'm also looking at doing virtual stuff. So that seems to be the end thing, and I'm really excited about that. So. If you can believe it, dude, no, it's have not been delivered. I don't think Grizz got them either. I truly have the worst gut feeling in my heart that somebody stole those, and it really, really sucks. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because he is such a fucking badass, DM is making some new ones or sending out some new ones of some kind to us. I don't know exactly when that's happening, but I need to reach out to him. Thank you for reminding me, because I need to reach out to him and offer him the extra money so he can put tracking on it. I don't know. There was a reason that he didn't, and I can't remember what it was. But regardless, thank you so much, NZ, because that will remind me to do it tomorrow. So part of the reason I'm telling you all this is my life is getting busier, but a lot of it has to do still with, and I'm trying to have it do with Spirit 420. I really want to start making money off of this, and what I mean by that is I don't mean in a way that just sounds horrible even saying it. I want to start making enough money where I can do this and only this, and that's part of where my depression comes from, because I'm trying to find another job that suffices. But I had a question for you guys. Just for those who are here, if I had, apparel like not just T-shirts, but maybe some pipes or bongs or coffee mugs or some really cool shit with my logo on it that was reasonably priced, would y'all even at this point consider buying it and or sharing it for other people to buy? Just curious. Hate asking that kind of stuff, but if I can come up with things that will, because one of the things I was thinking about doing was coming up with like my own Spirit of 420 crate, right? Everybody knows what crate is when you say that. So my own crate that would have like a whole slew of things, including, my own papers and all that stuff. And I know how to do this stuff. I know how to reach out to the right people. That's all that really matters. Is that something that you guys would you be interested in? If it was reasonably priced, and those crates are usually somewhere between $30 and $40, depending on shipping and how much they're charging for it. And I'm not talking about doing a monthly one either. I'm just talking about doing like maybe a one-time, a special limited edition, which I think makes it even cooler. So, anywho, I will be extremely busy. One of the reasons that I'm doing the free videos, and I'm sure this makes sense, is to get my name out there as a young filmmaker so that I can start to do paying projects. All of the people that I'm talking to right now have already told me that if the first one works out, and of course, if I'm somebody's official videographer, I'm going to be getting paid a certain amount for that too. So these are going to start paying. And I know that things will start to pay off, but I think it would also be cool, if people liked what I was doing enough to get a coffee mug. I noticed nobody said anything, so I think that tells me the answer from at least the people that are watching. And on that nostalgic note, I did not plan on staying on very long tonight. I really just wanted to stick, I try to keep that. I really believe in the old adage, do what you say you're going to do. Mean what you say, practice what you preach, right? The new season always starts on the first day of the season itself. And, oh, hey, man. Well, you can text me too, bro. You know that. Thank you, Tara. To me, I had to get on here no matter how depressed, unshaven, no haircut, no matter how shitty I looked, I had to get on here and let y'all know that I was still here, number one, and keep my word. The season started. I'm probably not going to be on Friday. You never know. I might end up getting a hair at my ass and still come on. Just know that I probably won't have the new intro, the new outro, or the new countdown yet, because I just don't have the artwork, and I need at least 24 hours after I get the artwork to make those things. So what I can tell you is I'm here. I'm queer as always. I'm trying to get it done. There's times when I don't want to get it done. But it is what it is. Thank you, Princess. You're a buttercup. By the way, it's funny, Princess Buttercup, I just watched Princess Bride also. I went on I was depressed, and when you're depressed, I don't know about you folks, but I love to watch some of my dearest classics, if you will, comedy or otherwise. And I had to, dude, one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time is Princess Bride. So it is what it is. Anywho, I was going to tell you about something. Okay. So I will tell you a quick story. And I guess the side note is that's why I have the messed up hair still, and I'm looking for a new hairdresser. But I'm going to be writing a lovely review for a what is this? It absolutely did. I'm going to be writing a lovely review for Sports Clips, because I've been going there for almost 5 years, right? Over 4 years at least. And this was the fourth time. So this was as many times as 4 years, right? I've been going there 4 years, and as many times I have been bumped from getting my hair cut for someone who walks in the door after me, right? And I'm like, the first time it happened, I was like, how is this possible? Oh, they logged in, they came in and signed in. They just weren't in here. You just saw them come back in. I was like, okay, right? That, whatever. The next time, I'm not even going to go into it. I'm not going to go into all the details. The bottom line is it's always their system that's doing it, and they're not doing the right thing, right? I've been getting haircuts with this lady for 4 years. I told her, I was like, not her. I told the manager, I was like, this is like the fourth time that you've done this to me, where you give me an excuse of bumping me. The text says that my haircut, I'm supposed to be here in 15 minutes, and I was here and logged in and sitting here, and you're giving it to this kid that just walked in the door, didn't even sit down. That is the kind of day I've had every day. The only reason I told you that one story is because to understand energy, it's to understand why you go through shit. I am depressed. Therefore, I'm not seeing the happy side of life, right? That's part of depression. I'm just not seeing the always look on the bright side of life. If anybody can name that movie, I'm sure at least one of you can. One of my favorites, too. Definitely one of my top 10. And I'm really trying hard to see it again. I'm not paying attention to the negative, but it's one thing after another. And I'll just give you an idea. That was yesterday. Okay. Today, I got an order of Legos in. Obviously, I'm a Lego collector, right? And this one was not the one you saw. It's in a nice, pristine box, right? At the same time, the Springs got like the worst. It's the worst hailstorm I've ever seen. I mean, we have literally built up hail that's piled up this high. The streets were white. I'm not exaggerating, y'all. I've never seen anything like it. I took footage and pictures. I'll be sharing it later on Twitter. Probably do a whole video of it because it was just, it was insane. It really was. I've never experienced anything like it. Worst hailstorm I've ever had. So UPS, and they had 5 deliveries for me today, right? Not all of them for Lego, but one of them was from Amazon, but it was also, I knew it was on the same delivery. They misdeliver 2 houses up in this storm, and I had to get it. And by the time, I mean, it was only out. I got the misdelivery. I got the delivery notice, right? No more than 12 minutes later, I'm getting my stuff. Not even 12 minutes. It was on a neighbor's, 2 houses down. They weren't home. It literally had my name. I knew it was fine for me to get. But here's what's crazy, y'all. It was raining so bad. The fucking boxes were already wet on the inside by the time I got home. Like, and literally, I'm putting them in my trunk. I'm freezing. I'm shivering because it's fucking cold as shit. And I'm in a t-shirt and shorts and sandals because it's summer. But we're getting this freak storm, right? Where when I say it's flooding, it's flash flooding. The water is ice cold because there's hail this thick everywhere, right? You can't even see the streets. You can't even see. And I got footage of this. I'm going to end up sharing it. I got it right here, right? I got footage of me driving in that storm because I had to get these boxes and I knew every minute was getting worse. I have a porch. I have a nice covered area. Like through this whole storm, all the way 5 full feet in front of my door was dry as a fucking bug, right? So had they delivered to me, it would have been fine. But they didn't, right? I picked up a box and did like this before I put it into the trunk, and it literally just poured water out. By the time I got home, I thought, okay, that was the worst. I got home and I pulled out a box and literally kept pouring out water out of the box like it was a fucking bucket. And the one that I was doing that on, I don't want to tell you what it was because it was going to be a surprise for somebody, but it's an electronic Lego. It's a Lego that has electronical components. So I'm like, are you kidding me? All I can tell you is they've already agreed to send out replacements. I'll get them, and it's all easy as peasy. But it's just one thing after another. I mean, like, that is the perfect storm. They misdeliver in the middle of a ridiculous fucking storm to an uncovered fucking place. I can't even believe they delivered it. Like, if it was me, I would have thought to myself, don't put these out there. The boxes are going to be soaked in seconds. Seconds. I mean, I have pictures of all of it. Wait till you see it. You're going to be like, what the fuck? So, anywho, thanks for all the people that did come out tonight. I appreciate it. It was a good time. I may end up being back on Friday, but I may not still have shaved, and I don't really give a fuck how I look because it's really just spreading the message, right? This message. Because what I will tell you is throughout all that, they're going to take care of me. It's no big deal. And, you know, all I can say is I didn't die. You know, I've yet to see what good is coming out of that. I will. I know one thing, the Legos thing is actually going to be a lot of fun because my son's going to be helping me, which means I'm going to be making videos with my youngest son, is probably as well as my oldest, and maybe even the one in between. Almost everybody, and I mean this, almost everybody loves Legos. So, anywho. I also have some other things in the works too, but one thing at a time, y'all. I will tell you this. I love all of you. You are awesome, incredible people. Anybody who tells you otherwise is trying to rob you of your joy and is jealous. And I mean that. It's the truth every single time. And remember that. Because you are awesome. You are special. You are unique. I tell everybody this every time. And everything happens for a reason. It all happens for a reason. I don't know what will become of it. I don't know because I'm still going to be talking UPS, right? And Lego even wants to see the footage of what all I went through. But who knows what'll happen? I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll send me some fucking money or a free Lego set. You know what I mean? Either way, everything happens for a reason, and it always ends up showing itself to me eventually, even if it takes 10 years. And I've had situations like that that were really horrible, but 10 years later, that's why it happened. I get it. So, anyway, have a wonderful evening. All of you have a wonderful week. Have a blessed week. Have a lifted week. Please smoke plenty of cannabis. I know I will be smoking some immediately. I have another joint right over here. Just so that you know I'm not full of shit. There it is, another cone. I'm going to be smoking that some bitch here in just a minute. I love all of you. Have a great evening. Have a great week. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for stopping by. Peace.
I switch here, I'm a strange fuck. Consist on ain't something I could say well. Fill my change into the wishing for a change well. Wish a day a swell life for the next come. And when the next come, pretend that it's the best one. Like I ain't even gonna try and say that to the next one.